Welcome, sports fans, to the latest S&M production of the Sunday Night Sports Nerd Show. It is the most absurd 90 minutes of anything goes, smack talk, and a whole lot more. Every Sunday night, the Sports Nerd joins forces with three charismatic co-hosts who are a select group of sports nerds with attitude, better known in Nerd Nation as the Rampant. We are four of the most loudmouth, smack-talking nerds around, coming at you with some straight rips and rants, which may be just enough to make you pee your pants. So listen up, Nerd Nation. Let's rise and welcome the legend himself. He is the founder, he is the host, and he is the star of the Sports Nerd Show. Coming to you live, straight out of Lakeland, Florida, Scott, the Sports Nerd.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Championship Sunday. AFC NFC Championship games are going to be today. We're going to do a quick show before the game start at 3 o'clock Eastern time today. My unusual suspects are here. Ken's not able to be seen, but that's okay. He's there. Hopefully we can hear him. We got Elliot Biggie Lama. Yeah, I can hear you, Ken.
Not good.
Elliot Biggie Lama, Mr. John Giles, and myself. And good to have everybody who is out there. If there's anybody out there, good to see you. Well, guys, 4 months later, and we're down to this. This season flew by. Every season flies by quick. But we got 3 games left. 2 today, and then
if only the off season mimicked the season.
If it does, it's going to be pretty entertaining. I'm just going to say.
Because the off season seems like it takes forever.
Hey, Anthony. Yeah, we're getting early start time to the games. I know John's not in the greatest of moods. He hasn't been all week. I know that.
Neither is Ken.
And neither is Ken. Yes, neither is Ken. Yes.
Scott's always in a bad mood.
I'm always in a bad mood, so it is what it is. John, what can your thoughts on last Sunday since you weren't able to vocalize on last week?
My thoughts on last Sunday.
Yes.
I've worked it do you have 2 hours? I mean,
no, we actually only have one, but
I know. Yeah. No, it's just absolute misery, and beggars can't be choosers. We forget the 17 years of not even getting in the playoffs, but our window is closing,
right?
Because there's a whole bunch of other teams in the AFC that are getting better and better. And for whatever reason, we are in love with Leslie Frazier. I don't understand it. I'll never understand it. I almost understand the Ken Dorsey thing. It's his first year. It's Josh's guy. I get it. But this team needs to stop getting these 5th and 6th options at defensive end with their draft capital and go all in on offense. It's insanity how much draft capital the Bills have spent.
You think they're missing Daboll?
Oh, I think we missed Daboll for sure. He was creative. I mean, you have Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs, and you only get Stephon Diggs the ball like 3 times the entire game.
Yeah.
It's been like that dark towards the end of the season too. Like they were.
Yeah, it was painful, and I don't know. I just it's this inability for the Bills front office. Like, we could have had Christian McCaffrey. We were talking to the Panthers about Christian McCaffrey, but we didn't get Christian McCaffrey. Why? Because we're in love with defense. We only have Josh Allen at quarterback, and now it's going to get harder because of the salary cap. Well, that's actually a myth. I think that's like the salary cap in the NFL is like Santa Claus. Like,
right.
It's, yeah.
There we get Ken's face now. As he's trying out different backgrounds. Anyway.
Anyways, that's
actually what I look like too.
Yeah, it seems to me, John, that the Bills are depending too much on Josh.
Yeah, and he's going to die because of the offensive line is awful.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, and just They think no matter what happens on the defensive side, Josh Allen's going to bring him back. Well, you know what? Cincinnati's defense is no joke either, and they really pressured him and stunted on him and threw him off his game all game long. And it's because I guess you could say it is the offensive line because it's so weak.
Well, the first thing is Cincinnati limited their running game.
Yes.
Yes.
And when you can't get that running game going, all that play action and stuff goes out the window. And you're right. When the running game is not going, then they rely too much on Josh.
I don't think Singletary is an every down back. I think they need to get a more franchise style.
Well, I think James Cook is going to develop into that back because he did well towards the tail end of the season.
Yeah.
He was actually outshining Singletary on certain occasions. But
they won't give Singletary any money. There's no way. No. They're cash strapped as is. So
is there any follow-up, John, to the whole Stefon Diggs grabbing his shit and leaving story?
No, he's pissed. I'd be pissed too. I mean, whatever. He got the ball 3 times in the biggest game of the year. Like, how does that happen? Like, if it's double team, then like that's why you have Cole Beasley and Gabe Davis and all of these other guys and Khalil Shakir. But for whatever reason, they drew up 3 plays for Diggs. It's
and I can't let this go either. What was that get up that Diggs showed up in at the game? He looked like the guy from Fat Albert with the ski cap.
These guys are all special. You're calling it now, but you could be wrong. Anthony, welcome to every single week.
Yes, that's what we do.
You know what? Everybody call whatever they want, but nobody knows for sure until the game is underway and the final whistle blows.
Yeah. Kenny, I know you're not in the best of moods either. What are your thoughts on what should transpire with Dallas now that it's all over again?
Can I just real quick?
Burn the place to the ground and build it back up.
Before you go any further, Ken, I just need to make sure that people understand Jerry Jones is a senile old fool because anybody that can include Mike McCarthy in any sentence or thought with Tom Landry is an idiot.
That's gonna bite him in the sphincter, I'm afraid. I don't even want to talk about Jerry Jones. I'm tired of talking about Jerry Jones. He's the biggest problem we have. Honestly, I really don't know what to do with Dak. He's got too much of a cap hit to just let him go, I guess. They need desperately to draft a quarterback, and there will be plenty of them in the draft, it looks like. As far as the rest of the offense, I hated it when Tony Pollard got hurt, and now that he's free agent now, and nobody's going to look at someone who's broken and got a broken leg and ankle, so looks like he'll be staying. And I hope, for our sake, I hope he is 100% healed when we get to training camp.
Weren't they talking about slapping him with a franchise tag?
They were, yeah.
I've heard that, but I don't know.
Dallas better do that because I tell you what, short down Zeke ain't getting it done.
No, he ain't getting it done, and I would love to trade him somewhere, but nobody's going to take that salary.
He said he's willing to take a pay cut to stay.
Oh yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that lots of times. Zeke just is not cutting it anymore. Like you said, he gave it his best shot. Toward the end, but they were stacked to stop him, and they did. And don't even ask me about what the hell happened in that last play, because I don't know. That was like a playground play.
Yeah,
they were stealing plays from the Colts playbook. I think they're still scraping Zeke off the ground on that one, aren't they?
They might be. defense, I mean, we held San Francisco to the fewest points that anyone's held them to this year, pretty much, except for the Saints. So I have no complaints about the defense. We do need another linebacker. We do need to bolster our secondary. Front four did great. I mean, we pretty much shut down San Francisco's running game for the most part, and Philadelphia will do the same today. They're as good a defense as we have. Philadelphia's even better. So, San Francisco, good luck to them because I'm quite certain they're going to need it today. I don't know. I mean, he's bent on keeping McCarthy. They've already got rid of almost all of his
offensive staff.
Yeah, they're going to have to start all over again.
But do you know why he's hell bent on keeping McCarthy? I'll tell you why. Because Jerry Jones is all about having yes men.
Yes, exactly. It's all he's ever had. That's the reason he fired Jimmy Johnson, because Jimmy Johnson wouldn't be a yes man. And
McCarthy ain't gonna get no guff in return. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Right.
End of rant. I'm sick of talking about him. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Jerry Jones has been the problem for Dallas the last 30 years. Ken, you and I both agree on that.
Yes.
And the fact that he's the only owner in the NFL that does press conference after each game,
yes,
can tell you something.
I've never seen anyone in any other sport do that.
That's ego. That's all ego.
That is total ego.
All ego, plus the fact that he put himself in a position he knows nothing about. He's a financial guy. He ain't no football guy.
If he ran his oil business like he ran the Cowboys, he'd be bankrupt.
See where he is today.
Right.
Yep. He'd be total bankrupt.
See, because he's no GM.
No, he's not. He played for Arkansas, and that's about the only football he knows. He knows nothing about general management, and he needs to hire somebody, but he's not going to.
No, he's not going to.
So,
he's got to die first before that.
Yeah. So I'm done with him. I mean, it's until somebody else steps up and takes it over, or he's 6 foot under. Nothing's going to change. Nothing is going to change. I'm sorry, but Dak Prescott is Tony Romo 2.0. So.
Oh, ouch!
Yeah, it is. It is what it is.
Or the Black Kirk Cousins.
We've gone as far as we're going to go with him. So, yes, Anthony, I'm here.
Oh man,
Dak needs to go. I mean, come on, seriously.
Who's going to take him though? He's not expecting anybody.
How about that time management again, like last year?
Oh, I see. I got you.
With what's his name, Schultz going out of bounds the wrong way.
Yes.
Which kept the clock going, and then he didn't know how to keep 2 feet in bounds on that last pass before they pulled
I honestly thought he had made the catch until I saw the slow down replay, and then I saw he didn't.
It was clear on the replay that.
Yeah, absolutely. But that last minute or whatever we had of the game was a total clusterfuck, and
well, they were pretty much doing
that's how their season ended last year too. Ken was with the total.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. They do not know how. McCarthy does not know how to finish a game. He never did. He has the
equivalent time management of Nathaniel Hackett.
Oh,
Good job, Jets. Good job, New York Jets.
Yes.
Jets.
Wow.
Great
they went out
hire.
and got him so they could get Aaron Rodgers. That's Aaron Rodgers'
Fantastic
favorite.
hire. Absolutely brilliant move. Love it.
But I mean, McCarthy's a joke. That's why he was no longer in Green Bay.
Right. The only reason he's got a Super Bowl ring is because he didn't have to clock management that last 2 minutes because he was ahead.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's just too bad. I mean,
I really wanted him to send him on his way so we could get Sean Payton, because that's not happening now, obviously.
I was shocked, but I wasn't, because like I said, Jerry Jones wants to keep a yes man in place,
Yes,
and that's all he cares about.
and you can look up and down the aisle of coaches who say, "No, I'm not going there."
Yeah, well,
You never get anybody.
Parcells left there for that specific reason.
Exactly. Jimmy Johnson's not there for that reason.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna get anybody like Belichick to do that.
So what are you doing with Kellen Moore?
I'm hoping Kellen Moore will get hired somewhere.
Well, he didn't get hired in Carolina.
No, he didn't. He's probably going to be coming back because we know that Quinn's coming back. And I guess I don't have a problem with that because defense is the better side of the ball.
Maybe that's the guy that needs to be the Cowboys head coach.
Quinn?
Well, I don't know. Quinn didn't do such a good job in Atlanta. Was it Atlanta?
But Quinn, he took them to the Super Bowl.
That's true. Yeah.
They blew a 28-3 lead.
That's true.
That was more Shanahan than anything.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But here's the problem. Quinn probably wouldn't be a yes man. He doesn't appear to be a yes man.
Neither would Sean Payton either. So I mean that's
see, the thing with Dan Quinn is he didn't have to be a yes man in Atlanta because it's not the way that Arthur Blank works.
Exactly.
He turns them loose and lets them do what they need to do. He signs the paychecks and that's it.
He's not going to fit in that little package that Jerry likes.
No. Neither is anybody else for that matter.
But that's what an owner should be, Ken. Sign the paychecks and stay out of the way.
Exactly. Don't do the you think Arthur Blank's ever done a press conference after a game? I don't think so.
No.
Leave the football to football guys.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And that was, how about the Kansas City, the Jacksonville game? Jacksonville gave them a little bit of a run.
I knew they would. I knew Jacksonville would. I was actually hoping that Jacksonville would pull that out.
And I tell you what, when Mahomes went down, I know that what's-his-name, Henny took him on a 98-yard drive.
That was something else right there,
man.
Yeah.
At the rest of the game, I have no idea. But
I'm not at all convinced that Mahomes is still 100%.
Me either.
I think the jury's still out on that one. And Cincinnati. They're playing in Burrowhead Stadium.
Burrowhead,
I love that.
Yep, Burrowhead Stadium.
Yeah, that's not going to be on a billboard, is it? Probably all over the place.
and of course, we all saw how the G-men didn't show up in Philadelphia last week.
Oh my God, that was a beat down.
Three Daboll G-men showed up.
Yeah, that was a beat down from the start.
Sad. Yeah, that was sad. That was embarrassing for my Giant fans friends, and they ain't too happy this week either. So.
I think they may have gotten overconfident for winning the previous week against the Minnesota Frauds.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Minnesota, look, when you go 11-0 in one possession games, there's a lot of luck involved there.
Yeah.
Okay. So to me, them winning that division and them finishing even with their 11. What was their final record? 12-5 or something.
Yeah, they were 12-5, but we had the tiebreaker. We had the tiebreaker on them by head-to-head.
With anything going in the opposite direction in those 11 one-possession games, they could have been a losing team.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they showed that when they played the Giants because Kirk Cousins blew it again.
Okay.
Michael Irvin's MVP
in prime time. Okay, and that Minnesota defense, come on, they got no defense. That defense is awful.
Yeah, Brett, I saw that too. By the way, that's Brett. Facebook user is Brett, by the way, in case you
figured that out.
Yeah.
What, Kelsey not playing, or are you be?
No, he's going to play. He's back.
Yeah, 100%.
He was suffering from back spasms this week, but he's going to play.
I heard Cincinnati's game plan on defense for him today. Mike Hilton was talking about it. how they're
But you
going to
got,
be, what they plan on doing to slow him down and take him away from Mahomes.
Mhm.
Have Mahomes beat him with the other guys instead of Kelsey.
well, yeah, but you know what, Elliot, that's easier said than done because
It's
Kelsey always.
easier said than done, but if he's got
Kelsey-
back issues, that's kind of the same thing as saying,
That's right.
what's Mahomes going to do with a high ankle sprain issue?
Exactly.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? It's just not the same. What if he takes a shot to that back one time?
And he will too. They'll be keen on that. It's
They
gonna be
might
like
they might be honing in on that injury right there. Just like I'm sure it ain't gonna have no qualms if somebody lands on Mahomes' leg this week either. You know
no.
what I'm saying? So injuries are a funny thing. Like I said, you could see Mahomes last week was struggling.
Yeah.
Struggling.
He was struggling just handing the ball off.
Mhm. They fumbled the ball on one possession, didn't they? Because of that.
So that's going to be a curious situation with both questionable Mahomes and Kelsey as well.
All right, what do you? All right, John, you've been quiet. We're going to give you the floor. What are your thoughts on today's games?
I don't care. I really don't care.
He's checked out.
I checked out, dude. Like I'm so not. It's weird. This is the first year like I really don't care about football, even after Bills are out.
Are you switching over to hockey mode now? Is that what you're doing?
Oh yeah, totally. Oh yeah, it was great. I watched hockey last night. It was fantastic. It was great.
Okay,
They had a third string goalie in net last night. You see that?
Yeah, man. E-Bug got his got a little 2 minutes of shine. That was great.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah,
Well,
dude, I don't know. The football stuff is whatever.
Let me ask you something.
Okay, but for the sake of argument, what are you looking for in today's games? What do you see today's games playing out as? Okay, so who are your picks to go to the Super Bowl? How's that?
You don't care.
Yeah, I don't care, dude. Honestly, I really don't. Like, it's like.
Well, you
Jalen
said
Hurts
last week
is
on Facebook.
exciting, and
You
You
said
said
you don't
last week
hate
on
Cincinnati,
Facebook
but you know,
that
but
if
you
the
know, we
Bills-
know you don't like Kansas City. So
Yeah.
I think you're kind of deep down rooting for the Bengals to go to the Super Bowl.
I am, but they were real pricks, man. Like they were real douchebags after they won. Like, you know, all that goodwill that we had
Mhm.
just like evaporated. So now it's like I kind of want KC to curb stomp them. So, you know,
Well,
Eli
I
Apple,
want
Eli Apple's a douche.
Eli Apple to get just absolutely destroyed on the outside. Like,
Yeah.
just-
Let me
I
ask
want
you
Juju
something.
Smith-Schuster to make him look like, you know,
Eli
how
Apple's
bad
only-
is that?
Eli Apple's only friend is Cooper Kupp.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's weird. It's this year was really. I feel defeated. I really do. Like, just
That's something I want to ask you, and this goes back to something I saw. I think it was on Twitter this week. Said, who had the worst year this year, Dak Prescott or Josh Allen? And I'm thinking, over and beyond the fact that you're totally disappointed that he didn't advance, do you really think this season was a complete failure?
No.
No, I'm talking to
no,
John.
I don't.
Oh,
No, I don't think it's a complete failure, but I think it's it exposed a lot about the franchise that I'm very scared that the franchise won't address because they're stuck in their ways. Like this management is just defense, and they won't change. And they're in love with Leslie Frazier. Like, did you guys see some of the coverages?
The guys were wide open. Yeah, I saw that.
It was pathetic. And this is the guy that everyone says should. This is why he doesn't get a head coaching job. This is why. Exhibit A. I mean, this is why he never gets.
It's why Byron Levitt doesn't get a head coaching job either, because their offense was just really bad this year too. With Tom Brady as your quarterback,
awful. It was awful.
Yeah,
I honestly think. Go ahead. I'll pick it up afterwards.
No, I just think it's injuries is one thing. We went through hell in a handbasket this year. I think, no franchise should go through what they went through, but whatever. Like, it's
Well, when you lose players like Micah Hyde and Von Miller to season-ending injury,
yeah.
that leaves a big hole in your defense.
yeah, because Micah Hyde is the reason Micah Hyde masks bad corner play. When him and Jordan Poyer are on, the corners don't need to do everything that you ask corners to do.
Right.
Because of the way Micah plays and Jordan plays, they play off each other, and they mask a lot of the inefficiencies at corner that we've had over the year.
Mm-hmm.
Like Dane Jackson, I'm sorry, is not CB1, guys, but they were playing him as CB1 the entire year.
He's not a shutdown corner.
He's definitely not a shutdown corner, but you could when you had guys like Micah and Jordan on, that would lessen the hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But Micah going out, now all of a sudden you got to put your third string guy as CB1, and he ain't it. And Tre'Davious was still getting his body back from being out for a year. So he was never going to be top of the food chain yet.
Yeah.
They drafted Khair first in the first round, and they barely played him. Like, why? why draft a guy if you're not going to play him in the first round?
That was kind of bizarre.
But that's the Bills, man. The Bills are very weird when it comes. Like McDermott, who am I? Listen, I'm just a Canadian sitting on my couch, man. But I don't know, man. Just very odd stuff.
Yeah.
Two things I wanted to touch on. As far as the Dak Prescott, Josh Allen comparison, I don't think there is one. Josh Allen is a hell of a lot.
No. I saw that. I thought whoever posted that was just as a complete
Is that a Dallas reporter doing that?
No, I don't think so.
Dak Prescott played 12 out of 17 games and still led the league in interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's enough said right there.
And he refuses to stop throwing into coverage. Coverage.
Because he thinks he's Dan Marino or something.
I guess. I don't know. That's what I tweeted is I want the Cowboys to draft a quarterback that knows better than to throw into double coverage.
Also, I don't buy into the Byron Leftwich argument that Tampa ended up how they ended up because of him. I honestly believe that it was Todd Bowles that was the problem. Because he is not the disciplinarian that Bruce Arians is.
No, not by far. No.
He does not keep the cohesiveness of responsibility, respect for the game, and keeping players in line.
Yeah.
And
we'll go along with that.
Arians was all of that.
Yep.
Okay. So there's another guy. You talk about Leslie Frazier. Todd Bowles shouldn't be no freaking head coach. He should be a coordinator because some people make better coordinators than they do.
And he proved that in New York when he was with the Jets.
Yep.
Exactly. And again, he's one of these guys that wants to please everyone.
Yeah.
But that's not how football works.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not.
And that's why I believe that he didn't get fired, but it wasn't totally the offense's problem either. They were missing linemen all year. Ryan Jensen didn't even play until the playoff game.
Right.
Season.
Who'd you say didn't get fired?
Bowles.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was going to say, Leftwich
Bowles should have got fired ahead of Leftwich.
Yeah, Leftwich was fired, yeah.
That's not my call to make.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, all these offensive linemen that kept going down for Brady, he went a few weeks of the season without Chris Godwin, and Godwin wasn't really the same this year.
No.
That ACL tear.
Nope.
Okay. They didn't really have anybody at tight end that could fill in for Rob Gronkowski.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So you take those pieces and that nucleus on the offense.
Yep.
I'm sorry, but even the most gifted offensive coordinator ain't going to be able to do much with that.
Mm-mm.
And that's why I don't really put the blame on Byron Leftwich for what went down in Tampa.
Well, Byron Leftwich will not have much of a problem getting another coordinator's job. He'll wind up with someone, but
He should.
I mean, Tampa Bay also cleaned house on their offensive side as far as coaches are concerned too. So I mean,
Right.
you know, and who knows what Brady's going to do? I really don't care what Brady's going to do, but who knows what he's going to do for next year?
You know that the odds are that he'll retire before he plays for the Jets. Jets are on the shot in retirement.
Both he and Rodgers need to sail off into the sunset and enjoy your retirement. I'm just saying.
Yes.
I don't know, man. You got Joe Namath coming out and saying he's going to unretire his number 12 if Aaron Rodgers goes to the Jets.
Yeah, I heard that. Yes.
Okay.
No, really.
So, that's an incentive right there. You know what I mean?
I've not heard that.
Well, and again, Joe really couldn't hold Aaron Rodgers' jock anyway. But that's
as far as Brady goes, I think he winds up in Vegas for a year.
That's the consensus I'm hearing too.
That's the odds-on favorite, basically.
Yeah. I mean, Tampa's probably try Keaton.
And Miami already said they're not interested in Brady.
Right.
And as far as any play, I don't think New England could be a long shot because Mac Jones is crap. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know where he ends up.
No, it ain't gonna be New England. No.
All I know is that he's probably regretting this whole divorce thing.
You think?
He gambled on his marriage and lost twice. So
I think, like I said, Leftwich will find another coordinator's job. I think Cliff Kingsbury will come back as the offensive coordinator. I don't think he'll be another head coach.
No.
And to be honest with you, I wouldn't object to him coming to the Cowboys. And
he's in Thailand, so he's got a one-way ticket.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, so.
Where were you?
Is that a house in Thailand or?
I don't know.
Vacation?
What are the head
Brady's supposed to be out there too.
Head coaching vacancies? Denver needs a head coach, right? Isn't
Yep.
it?
Denver,
Carolina hired.
Carolina already got their coach.
Right. Right.
The Texans are talking about D'Amico Ryans.
Yes.
Defensive coordinator for the Niners. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants to go
got a
back.
relationship with
He
them.
wants to go back to Houston. That's where he wants to go. I mean,
Yeah.
he played for them. He
Cool
was
not to
a
hire him.
player, so yeah, he wants to go back.
Does Sean Payton go to the Broncos? Do we know?
The Broncos. I don't know.
Yeah.
I actually think the Broncos did better. Hey, the Broncos actually showed some sort of improvement, as did Russell Wilson once Hackett was let go. They played their best football towards the latter part.
Well, the thing about Denver is if Peyton thinks he wants to go to Denver and make Russell Wilson into the next Drew Brees, I don't think that's going to happen.
No, but he just has to make him the old Russell Wilson is what he's got to do.
Well, yeah.
You know, because Drew Brees, totally different skill set as a quarterback than Russell Wilson. Okay. I think, again, if you look towards the end of the season, Russell Wilson was starting to vibe with Judy and Sutton and even Albert the tight end. You know what I'm saying? The running game, if they get Javonte Williams back, you know, I'm starting to hear buzzing that it's possible Saquon Barkley could wind up in Denver. Okay. So
Do you also think he's not staying with the Giants?
well, I mean, they say it's not about the money, but in the end, what's it all about? The money, right? Don't you
Yeah.
think?
Huh?
And if he can go to Denver with the pieces they have, and you have a coach like Sean Payton,
Mm-hmm.
that can make a huge difference. And
Yeah,
Sean Payton having those pieces can do a hell of a lot.
Well, you know what? That defense is already stacked in
Yeah,
Denver.
the defense is
Yes.
It's the offense that needs guidance and stability. And Russell Wilson wasn't getting that with Nathaniel Hackett.
No.
Well, yeah, well, no, John.
Nobody really.
Every time he mentions his name, John just chuckles. He loves it.
I love that hire. Good job.
Good job, Jets.
Yeah, he likes that AFC hire.
Oh,
Well,
Anthony.
he's tired, no less, too. So, yeah.
Oh, Anthony, thank you. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Anthony. So on to today's games. Do you think? I mean, I know. What are your thoughts on the Niners today, Elliot? I mean, they got a tough task ahead of them today.
look, it's a tough task anytime you get on the football field, especially this late into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because usually you got the cream of the crop playing.
Yeah.
Right.
For all intents and purposes, Philly should be the favorite to win this game because of the
2.5 last I looked.
of who is one of the top 3 quarterbacks, I believe, in the NFL, and that's Jalen Hurts.
Right.
Okay. They've got good offense. Their defense ranked number 2 behind us.
Yep.
So they're not hurting there. But then again, our offense since Purdy took over, it was the number 1 scoring offense in the NFL.
Until last week.
Well, I'm just saying, overall,
Yeah.
they were the number 1 scoring offense,
Yeah.
but they still won.
Because
right?
Dallas really shut that offense down last week.
Yeah.
They really did.
Purdy saw more pressure last week than he's seen in I don't know how long. And
Right.
he's
Well,
going to
here's
see
the
even
thing.
more pressure today.
Let me tell
He'll
you,
be coming after him.
let me put something in perspective here real quick. If we don't have Purdy, we probably don't get to this spot. Why? Because Purdy has done things on the field that Jimmy G wouldn't be capable of doing, like
Mhm.
extending plays with his legs.
Right.
Okay. Jimmy G's the pocket guy, and right now a pocket quarterback is not what the 49ers need. Purdy came in. He was cool, calm, collected. He doesn't seem to let anything faze him.
Yeah.
And he's got a supporting cast on offense that's going to give him confidence. They show all the confidence in the world in him. And he's got a coach that knows how to coach quarterbacks.
Right.
Just not
Okay,
manage the clock.
He's in the perfect situation. I understand there's going to be a lot of pressure today. I get that. You know what I mean? The rabid Philly fans, the offense, the defense.
That's where I was going with the Philly fans.
Yeah.
That stadium is going to be.
I get that.
It's going
But
to be
you know what?
insane.
The 49ers are road warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They
play
better be.
really well on the road. Okay. And as long as Purdy doesn't fall into making mistakes, which he hasn't to this point, okay, then
Yeah.
the 49ers have a puncher's chance to win today. Plain and simple. It's going to be like a heavyweight fight. And the one that lands the most solid blow at the end is the one that's going to win. And I can see this game coming down to the last possession, whichever team has the ball.
Yeah.
Okay, so me, as a 49ers fan, I'm, of course, going to pick the 49ers. I think the game ends 27-23. If I was betting on it, I might have to think about it a little bit.
Yeah.
But, I mean, as a Niners fan and the sole survivor of having a team left in the playoffs,
Yeah.
I want them to go to the Super Bowl and take on whoever.
I hate
All right.
Foxborough.
That's my take on the 49ers.
Well, I look at it this way. It's the best defense the Niners have seen all year.
Mm-hmm.
They're on the road in Philadelphia, which they are road warriors, Elliot. I will give you that. However, that stadium and those fans are just as bad as the 12s in Seattle. They can affect the game, or the fans in Kansas City.
Have you ever been there?
I have not went to that stadium.
Yeah.
I have not been in the stadium. I have been by it.
I've been in it. It wasn't for a football game; it was for a soccer match. But it is a nice stadium, but those fans there, they are
Lincoln
10
Financial.
shades of crazy.
Yeah, Lincoln
And
Financial.
yeah, Link.
But here's the thing: the fans can't get on the field, and what happens on the
It all
field.
depends on what they have in their pockets.
Exactly.
Game, though.
Well, as long as you're
Black
not
security.
Santa Claus, as long as you're not Santa Claus, you're doing.
Yeah,
Or Michael Irvin, for that matter.
exactly. They do have a jail cell underneath again, just like the vet
Does
did.
it have a jail cell underneath like the vet did?
Just like the vet did. Yeah.
That's
There's a few
awesome.
places that have it.
That's awesome.
But I as
Holding
much as I
things.
would like to see the Niners win this game, I think Philadelphia is the better team, and I think Jalen Hurts will be the difference. I don't know that the Niners defense, as good as they are, can keep if he's running like he's ran all season. I don't think that I think he'll be the difference.
And I think that's all going to depend on their running game. What Miles Sanders and Kenneth
Right.
Gainwell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if Miles Sanders can't get it going, then they can key in on Hurts and make him a pocket passer, and then let the secondary linebackers in the front line take over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think with Philly, it's all going to come down to whatever Miles Sanders does and doesn't do to help Jalen Hurts with his.
Yeah.
You know.
And
Right.
I like Nick Sirianni. He's a laid back approach. I like the way he comes across too. He's one of the well liked coaches in the NFL.
And remember, we clowned when they hired him. Remember when we were clowning Nick Sirianni?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, who is this guy?
Right. Never heard of him before.
We don't know.
We know him now. Exactly.
I will say this. Like I said before, Cowboys were able to get some pressure on Purdy, and the Eagles will double that, triple that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think midnight comes pretty quick for Cinderella. I'm going to go out on a limb and say 27 to. I think it'll be a lower scoring game than last week's game where the Giants and the Eagles was. I'll say 27 to 10 Eagles. I don't think it'll be the nail biter that everyone else does. Eagles seem
You want to see a nail biter, but you don't think it's gonna be
determined. Yeah, but having said that, the Eagles' day is coming, because I do think Cincinnati will get by Kansas City today, and I think it'll be 31-24, and then in 2 weeks,
Ken,
Cincinnati will take care of Philadelphia.
is that San Francisco prediction a guarantee?
Is that a guarantee? Hell no, it's not a guarantee.
Oh, okay. Because I would really love for you to say it was, because I see what
No, there are no guarantees. One guarantee I've heard is the guy was on ESPN radio this morning that swears up and down the Eagles will win the Super Bowl, and he guarantees that. But those are his words, not mine.
Yeah, we're not Joe Namath. We're not going to.
No, we're not Joe Namath. No, we're not. And I like Burrow, but he's getting a little cocky, but he can back it up. And
Burrow is 3-0 against the Chiefs too. So.
he is.
But
a lot of people are saying there's no way they can go 4-0. But,
I think the injuries to Mahomes and to Kelsey are going to be the X factors in this game, just to see how well they play with those injuries. And again,
Kansas City doesn't have a great defense either.
Kansas City does not have a great defense. No, they do not.
They don't. And he will pick them apart.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter how good Cincinnati's defense is, and they are a good defense. Mahomes will pick them apart too. So it's going to be a shootout in my opinion.
A healthy Mahomes would, yes.
Yes,
100, less than 100% Mahomes.
Healthy.
Breaks on that.
And you still got to wonder, can they really count on Isaiah Pacheco at this point?
Pacheco's a rookie, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well,
he's done good down the stretch. So, you never know. I mean,
the pressures of a championship game.
I know, right? Yep.
With a hobbled quarterback and a frail tight end.
Yep. Yep.
Pressure.
I still think Cincinnati pulls it out, as much as I hate saying that, because as a Browns fan, I'm not allowed to root in Cincinnati. But
considering all the factors involved, I can't blame you.
Yeah. I think the Bengals are going to take it. I think Burrow goes 4-0 against the Chiefs. It'll be Eagles and Bengals. And that'd be a good game too.
What?
What
the hell is Cincinnati chili? Could someone explain this to me?
Yes, it's chili on top of spaghetti, basically, is what it is, John.
Yeah. It's disgusting.
Who thought that's like?
It is disgusting.
I don't know. So maybe some guy from Kentucky who
walked across. Cincinnati.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's Skyline chili.
It's
actually canned chili over spaghetti noodles.
They're using chili instead of spaghetti sauce.
Yes,
they're using chili as their spaghetti sauce.
And by the way,
it's disgusting.
If you want to lay blame on why Cincinnati came out and played the way they did against Buffalo, Blame it on the NFL for pre-selling tickets to the neutral field.
See, that was so bogus, man. They were pre-selling tickets every game.
Yeah.
Like everyone was getting pre-sold tickets. For some reason, it's Buffalo's. Oh, they want Buffalo in it. Like
as if to say Cincinnati wasn't going to win. Yeah, that's what do they call that? Billboard fodder? Or,
Yeah.
it was everyone sold tickets though. It wasn't the Bills. It was everyone.
Yeah.
The Kansas City Chiefs sold them too. Like it's.
Well, like Joe Burrow said, I hope they got their refunds.
You get those refunds ready.
That's why I don't want that guy to win, man.
Billboard material is what it's called, Elliot.
Billboard material.
Yes.
Fodder material.
I don't think we've seen a quarterback quite like Burrow in a while.
No.
I can't remember the last one was quite as cocky as he is, but
well, I mean, it was funny. One of the pregame shows, I think it was CBS, maybe it was NFL, but NFL Network. They had Joe Namath do a voiceover on Burrow and talking about how cool he is, and there's something about the name Joe that he's because he Joe used himself, Joe Montana, Joe Flacco, Joe Theismann, making comparisons as far as Joes in the history of the NFL. And the NFL is just, he's going to be the new face of the NFL. Why?
Burrow has a particular type of swagger.
mm-hmm.
And he backs it up. I mean, the cool factor drips off him, and he backs it up on the field.
He has the kind of swagger that Johnny Manziel wishes he had.
He's got the talent, Johnny Manziel.
Right?
Yeah, I mean that's the last guy I can think of that was as I hesitate to use the word, but arrogant.
Arrogant. I don't think he's arrogant. I don't think Joe Burrow is arrogant. I really don't think he's arrogant. I just
I don't think he's arrogant.
I don't think he's gotten to that level yet.
He's cocksure, yeah. He's confident. He is uber confident.
Yeah.
And
he oozes confidence.
it's
Oh, by the way, I'm pretty sure you guys know this, but this is kind of a rematch between Jalen Hurts and Brock Purdy from college.
Yeah.
That was
game that ended up 42-41. I don't think we'll see that many points today.
No, today.
That's ridiculous in that game.
That's what I was going to say about Purdy. I remember, since I'm in Big 12 country, I remember him at Ohio State vaguely. He had a really good year his junior year because Texas, I think, was undefeated, and Iowa State beat him. But his senior year, he kind of fell off a little bit, and so that may have been why he dropped down to the seventh round.
Why he dropped down to Mr. Irrelevant is because of his.
But he has reverted back to the way he was his junior year, and he's doing great. But he's not seeing the kind of pressure he's going to see like he has today. So
we'll see.
We shall see.
We shall see. In a matter of an hour or so, that's when.
So do you believe you really do believe that Purdy is your quarterback of the future, and they wasted Trey Lance then?
They'll trade Trey Lance. You know what? You know what? I think Jimmy G leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's another one that they're talking about going to the Jets because of Robert Saleh.
Right.
And I think Lance becomes the backup for the immediate future. But right now, how do you take Purdy out with what he's done?
Well, they're all talking about.
I don't think you can, because he's done more in the 7 games than Lance did in whatever time he had. Lance was
more in these 8 games than a lot of NFL quarterbacks in history did. And good quarterbacks on top of that.
Is Lance still on his rookie contract?
Yeah,
should be. Yeah.
Yeah, he's only in year 2 of his career. So yeah.
Purdy's the future at the moment. I don't think that they should toy with that. Let this kid come in. Look, he came in a situation where nobody really knew what was going to happen or even thought that something like this could Let this kid go through a training camp and come in from day one and see what happens.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, there have been a lot of late quarterbacks. Well, not a lot, but there have been some late round quarterbacks that have done pretty well for themselves in the NFL.
Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Tom Brady came in. How did Tom Brady get his start?
Drew Bledsoe got hurt.
No injury, right?
Yes.
Well, this is kind of a parallel.
Yeah.
Jimmy G
And then
goes
Drew
down.
shipped off to Buffalo.
And then eventually to Dallas.
Yes.
So, I mean, it's a great story at the moment. Me as
How
a
did-
fan, hoping
How did Tony Romo get his job? Drew Bledsoe.
Win or lose today, Brock Purdy has done more
Yes.
than a lot of quarterbacks. I mean, honestly, I would rather have Brock Purdy as my quarterback than Dak Prescott.
The last week would defend that. Yes.
I think the
I
entire season,
I could not argue that.
when you lead the league in interceptions and you don't even play the whole 17 games,
Right.
that's a problem.
That's a big problem.
When you don't know how to manage time on a clock, that's a problem.
That's a big problem.
Okay. And I'm sorry, but Dak Prescott is not the leader that the Cowboys need.
No.
He's not that guy. And honestly, I'd rather have Purdy than a lot of quarterbacks in this league.
Yeah, well, it looks like he's going to be there a while with that contract.
Looks like he's going to be a while. Yep.
Yeah. So long as
yeah.
he's getting paid the money he's getting paid, he's going to be there because nobody else will take him for that money. Number one. Number two,
Just like
Jerry
nobody-
Jones is not one to admit he made a mistake, and he's not going to do it.
Exactly.
I can't see the question up there. Big
Brett says, can you see
You
Trey
see
Lance
Trey
being
Lance
the
being the
odd
odd
man
man
out?
out.
No, I really believe that they'll get rid of Garoppolo first of his contract demands. What they would have to pay him to stay.
Plus, Jimmy G's a free agent, so it's going to be easier to
He's
do.
a free agent. I'm sure he's not going to want to come back as a backup. Okay, and I really do believe that they'll try to shop Trey Lance and get something for him in return. You know,
I wouldn't trade both of them.
because guess what? The 49er ownership and management isn't afraid to admit when they made a mistake.
John Lynch is that way. Yes, you're correct.
Okay, like
John
that.
Lynch is the executive of the year.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, he is. Yeah.
He is the
And so, again, I mean, who knows? You look at the situation. Did you see where Chicago, they're talking about trading Justin Fields
Why?
that'd be crazy.
to grab the guy from
Alabama. They want
From
Bryce
Alabama.
Young.
Yeah.
They want Bryce Young. That's crazy.
You know the haul that they would
Bryce Young is the same style quarterback as
Justin
Yeah, but-
Fields.
yes.
the rest of the stuff that they could get in return for that first pick. Okay, they
Wow.
can fleece somebody with that first pick, not just by having the ability to draft this quarterback, but other pieces that they can probably add as well.
Yeah.
It's a gamble, it's a risk.
Yes, it's a big risk.
We'll see. I mean, Justin Fields had a good season.
Yes, he did.
Can he sustain it?
Well, he doesn't have any weapons
We'll
around
see.
him. That's the problem. He doesn't have any talent around him. That's been the modus
they'll find a
operandi of
team
the
that-
Bears for decades.
Hey,
Sure.
Justin Fields, there's a lot of teams out there that might be interested in grabbing Justin Fields.
So how about New Orleans?
Mm.
Do they got enough collateral in return
I don't
for
know.
that number one pick?
I don't know.
Or if
The
they
thing
keep
about New Orleans is I'm not sure that they're not going to be looking for a coach here pretty soon because I don't see
Miller?
what's his name staying. Yeah.
Oh, right now they've got Andy Dalton. They got what's his face? The
They're
current
never
guy,
gonna go anywhere with Andy
Yeah.
Dalton.
Jameis Winston,
Winston.
and
Once Winston gets healthy, then Andy Dalton's grabbing it.
Dalton needs to retire too. He's not one of those guys that needs to walk away. But
Yeah, but there's another Andy Dalton coming.
yeah,
TCU quarterback.
the TCU quarterback. Oh, that game was a mess. Anyway, did you hear? Did you hear the news today?
I've not heard any news today.
Yes.
Who was it? Let me find his name. Hang on a second. Stetson Bennett was arrested in Dallas for public intoxication.
In Dallas?
In Dallas.
Happens when you're an old fool.
Gee, how did that happen? Public intoxication.
Yes.
Oh,
Dude, isn't
dear.
it draft day yet? Like, when's this stupid season gonna be over?
April.
End of April. End of
End of
April.
April.
3 more months to go.
End of April before you can break out your Kevin Costner DVD.
Yeah. Draft
Just-
day.
Just stupidity.
Hey, they got to give baseball a chance to get their.
That's right. In the XFL and the USFL. And
Yeah. Yeah. Which
Yeah.
I'm not gonna watch.
Can I take a moment?
Well, I will watch XFL. I will watch it because it's the Rocks, baby, and I want to see
Yep.
it.
Yeah,
Plus,
yeah.
Arlington.
Go ahead, Ken. You can take a minute to do what?
I'd like to take a moment to honor the life and legacy of Billy Packer
I
because
knew
he was,
you were going there.
that is part of the last 40 years or more of my basketball following, and he was a fantastic play-by-play guy.
Yep.
And
Analyst, yeah.
some of the games he did were just one of the most memorable games in college basketball history.
Yep.
And like I said in my tribute, I think Al McGuire's got the bar set up for him because Al was a former bartender himself. So
Yeah.
Here's to you, Billy, and
you go.
thank you for the memories.
All right. Well, Ken, Elliot, good luck today.
Thank you.
Against the
Appreciate it.
Eagles.
Good luck. Yep.
Go Niners! Yay!
With that kind of enthusiasm, I might as well just write it in. You know?
I'm rooting for the Niners.
The 29ers. The 29ers.
Well, guys, thanks for doing this early show today. I appreciate the approval on the short notice. I just thought about it. I only thought about it yesterday. It's like, you know what? There's no way we're doing a show at 7:30 in the middle of the game.
We couldn't go 2 weeks in a row without a show. That's
Yeah. But I figured an early show today would have been good because the fact that we would have been focused on the Niners game at 7:30 and not being able to.
I think both games.
Yeah.
Both games. I'll be watching both games with interest.
Hey Jamal, good to see you, buddy. That's Jamal, guys.
Thanks,
Hey Jamal, little late there, my friend.
I know, right? Because we're about ready to sign off, Jamal. We've been on the air for an hour, so. But,
We'll be back at our regular time, and we don't want to interrupt that big Pro Bowl game between the Smothers brothers.
Yeah, we'll be back next Sunday at 7:30 or our normal time. And thanks for those that popped in. We appreciate it. Enjoy the games. And on that note, Elliot, play the outro, please.
Well, there you have it, Nerd Nation. Another Sunday episode of the Sports Nerd Show in the books, and we are still alive to tell about it. Now, on behalf of our host, Scott, the Sports Nerd, right? And his co-host, John Olson, Ken Costlow, lovable members of the Ram Pack, and yes, me, Big E, the entire pack would once again like to thank you all for participating with us in the best 90 minutes of sports smack talk on the web today. So until next Sunday night, dear nation, we would like to leave you with a quick PSA. Please stay safe. Please practice social distancing. And for heaven's sake, please wear a damn mask. You all just got hit with a pack rant from the Rat Pack. And with that, fellas, we are